Hi, Doctor. We're from KOC 3436 Group 3, and my name is MAJUNJIE, and you guys can introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, doctor. My name is EBTEHAL SULAIMAN ZAID, and my MATRIC number is 204444.
Good evening, doctor. My name is ALDYSA. My MATRIC number is 205048.
Hello, doctor. My name is Tian. My MATRIC number is 195588.
Hello, doctor. My name is JOHORA MONY. My MATRIC number is 200015.
And our subject is practice and ethics of financial communication, and we choose the Maybank for our subject. And let's begin the presentation. Please, part 1.
Come on, AZZURA, start.
Okay. Maybank annual report. With total assets of US dollar 165 billion, Maybank is one of the top 5 banks in South Asia. It employs people and has a global network of over 2014 branches and offices in 20 countries. Maybank was founded in 1960 and is now the largest firm on the Malaysian Stock Exchange by market capitalization Bursa Malaysia. It ranks among Malaysia's firms and among the top 500 firms in the Forbes Global 2000 ranking of the world's leading firms: commercial banking, investment banking, Islamic banking, offshore banking, leasing and hire purchase, insurance, factoring, trust service, asset management, stockbroking, number service, venture capital, and internet banking are just some of the products and services available through the Maybank Group. Maybank's objective is humanize financing service in Asia by providing people with access to financial service on fair terms and at reasonable price, and to be at the heart of community at all times. Next slide. Who are the targets of company? Malaysia Banking is the largest financial service group in Malaysia. It has a strong regional presence in South Asia. The founder of Maybank is Kho Kuat, while Abdul Wahid Omar is the current CEO of Maybank Corporation. Maybank was incorporated in Malaysia on 31 May and started its operation on 12 September 1960. Maybank was listed on Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange, and the objective of Maybank is humanize financing service across Asia, providing customer based on their needs, being at the community heart, having fair terms and pricing, as well as providing competitive access to financing. The target of company is number 1 is reducing customer waiting the time counters. Most of the working peoples will make use of their lunch time to settle down their matters at Maybank branch. And second one is self-service terminals. The peak period that most of the people are making transaction at ATM machines occur during the beginning of a month of the month. Hence, Maybank need to ensure that all ATM machines have sufficient cash flow all the year, especially during peak period, to avoid withdrawal problem, which in turn can reduce the time customer to at ATM machines. Number 2 is increasing customer satisfaction. Improving service quality is the best way for Maybank to increase their customers' satisfaction. And Maybank can launch a Sales from Your Heart program. It is a bank-wide service pledge that focuses on providing excellence and focused customer service. Okay, next.
Okay, next from me. For number 2 is what are the means that the company uses to communicate about financial and non-financial information. My bank is Malaysia's largest finance service firm, offering a full range of conventional and Sharia compliant commercial banking, investment banking, and insurance product and services. My bank offers a wide range of financial service through 3 distinct reporting segments: community financial services, global banking, and insurance. Consumer, corporate investment, transaction, retail, and business banking account for the majority of its profile activities, which serve largely small and medium businesses. The distribution of banking goods to my bank's major target market of Islamic consumers account for a large part of the company's business model. Malaysian economic recovery expected to be gradual and uneven due to the pandemic containment measures that includes the reimposition of the Conditional Movement Control Order (CMCO) since 14 October 2020 and declaration of a state of emergency. The financial statements are presented in Ringgit Malaysia, and all values are rounded to the nearest thousand, unless otherwise states. The findings show that only variable one-way communication is significant in influencing organization performance. Interactional communication and transactional communication are not significant in determining organization performance. For number 3 is how often does the company communicate to their stakeholders? According to the register of directors, stakeholders, none of the directors in office at the end of the financial year had any interest in shares in the bank and options over shares in the holding company. My bank or other related corporations during the financial year, they maintain constant communicate with their stakeholders. As stakeholder must consult through the process of identifying a company's most significant impact and their responsible expectations and interested must consider. My bank group president and chief executive officer said the recognition was a reflection of its sustained efforts in building closer relationships with its stakeholders and focusing on delivering consistent value through all this product and services. All communications are conducted through a team headed by group business continuity management. Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. It's my fault.
Can you hear me, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All communications are conducted through a team headed by group business continuity management with assistance from group risk, corporate services, corporate affairs, group IR, and other relevant departments, if necessary, over the year of stakeholders, including stakeholders, customers, employees, and government, regulatory agencies, and the public at its annual general meeting. At the same time, the bank may generally promote the bank's daily and healthy development of the projects that the stakeholders care about in the active cooperation and communication with the stakeholders, and there are some problem of success. Okay, number 4, next.
Yes, I will continue in Chinese. Why it is the company sustainable in and explain and brief evaluation the company's financial statement, balance sheet, cash flow, Maybank is committed to being a responsible corporate citizen and creating a sustainable future for the Asia region. Maybank is the corporate responsibility program has been integrated into the group's business model, improving the lives of the networks, protect all the heritage, age, and culture. It is the consistent with our vision of the becoming a leading regional company and our mission of the humans financial services to achieve this growth. CR activities has on the 4 pillars of the community: environment, workplace, and market. Maybank adheres to the core values of the teamwork, integrity, growth, excellence, and efficiency. And relationship building this is called the TNTIGER value. For Maybank, sustainable development means conducting business in a way that improves our current and long-term performance, contributing to our business and the socio-economic development of the country in which we operate. We continue to protect the environment, enrich the lives of the community, care about the development and the well-being of the employers, and contribute to a good governance. We believe that establishment of the sustainable corporate responsibility framework that is fully integrated with our business model, with primary shareholder value and brand affinity, humanization, finance, service, arising community, program, promote, and sustainable financial service provide on the environment for employers to live and support a greener planet. Yes, next page. And 5, how will the company ensure that they are sustainable? So Maybank has overcome areas economic and financial careers and become a bank that is almost famous with Malaysia, proving it is the license it created and protected the wealth of Malaysia by the providing financial service and growth with a country. As the organization expands its footprint, it is rural expansion to include people from all the backgrounds and all walks of life in the ocean. Maybank first Maybank first on the needs of the ordinary people are worked quickly. Called college community bank because most of its branches are located next to such coffees. Over the years, it has the strategy. It is the spirit of the series by the charity listening to the voices of the customers and communities in order to meet their needs. Maybank defines it as the mission of the human financial services, which makes it it is a very obvious in the turbulent 2020 because it is any entity company. We have to responsibility to create sustainable profits for our shareholders. However, as a bank that cares about us, it is critically important to ensure the viability and sustainability of the subject receives. Should enhance analysis to achieve this more personalized customer engagement. Maybank will continue to strive on meet the technological, social, and environment expectation associated with the lending financial institution. One is the first on good governance. Ultimately, all the financial and ESG performance depend on the good governance to ensure the best government's practice. We continuously reserve and update all the policy in with strategy of the anti-bribery and corporation policy to address corporate responsibility ensured under Article 17A of the Malaysia Anti-Corporation Commission Act. We have also made significant progress in the strategy on anti-money laundering and combating financial compatibilities growth system, enhance commerce. Now, next is the okay.
Okay, next one, please. The sixth question.
No. Just can AZZURA end, and then because it's 5 minutes left, so can AZZURA save the video, please?
Okay, I will end.
Okay.
Where will you obtain the financial information if you need? Okay, Maybank periodically updates its corporate information and provide easy to access it on the bank activities and performance to stakeholders in order for them to have clear, transparent insight of the bank condition, including a website, social media, mailing lists, bulletins, and analyst meetings, and the IDX official site. Among others, in this regard, the bank has an investor relation function that works to maintain the bank's reputation through cultivating interactive relationship with investor and analysts, as well as disseminating information on a regular basis. In this regard, the bank has an investor relation function that works to maintain the bank reputation through cultivating interactive relation and analysis, as well as providing periodic information released particularly regarding the bank performance. The bank consultative provides information access to stakeholders on the company financial and non-financial performance through communication channels such as press release, public expose, and information display on the website or social media.
The group's employers and decision making. Maybank makes effective control measures to predict, detect, and respond to risks of money laundering and investigating. And while supporting the daily business of the firm, the Maybank also has a hobby of forms of bribery and plunder and seizing freedom, and insist that the business of 2009 EBTEHAL anti aggregation spell belongs to his own country and law. And number 3 is the promote integrity. According to Maybank's Code of Ethics and Conduct, the employees should always maintain integrity. And Maybank's reporting the channel has been in extant since 2004 and providing channels for disclosing any misconduct, and all employees can raise concern about any misconduct or misconduct, including but limited to bribery and corruption. And the last one is respect for the human rights. The Maybank operate in some emerging markets in the ASEAN region and closely minorities the human rights situation in the business environment. The Maybank also monitors human rights within the organizations through its business, from labor rights in the supply chain to collective bargaining and private rights. In 2019, the 43% of the employees were covered by collective bargaining agreement, and according to the term of Maybank's collective, any from the children labor in the Maybank's value chain is prohibited. The Maybank's group's personnel policy defines the Maybank's commitment to provide a working environment free of any from and illegal discrimination. And the Maybank's environment, social, and governance policy also ensure the protection of human rights, which is consistent with a global best practice. Maybank ensures that all transactions are received in the accordance with applicable requirements, and that is clients are aware of it. Environmental, social, and governance communities include human rights. Okay, next, please.
Okay, so from here I'm going to present the rest of all. So actually, I want to apologize that due to sharing the screen, my camera is turned off already. So now I will express or explore a little bit about the financial statement of Maybank. Okay, so the first slide here is materiality assessment process 2021. This is actually the process of Maybank that they follow to continue their sustainability of their company and also to satisfy as much as they can for the staff and also for the consumer or customer. So their first step is identifying the sustainability topics. So for this step, they find out the key topics were identified through group risk mapping, customer studies, investor research and engagement, employee feedback, and global industry reviews. So they follow the first step is about the identifying the sustainability topics. Then they move to the next step. It's establishing aspect boundaries. The extent to which topics impact or have the potential to impact the group and its activities was identified. So that means this step they follow the topic which one impact or have the potential to impact the group. or the group activities. Next, they collecting stockholders input. For the next step, they start to collect the stakeholders input. In-person interviews were conducted with internal and external stockholders. So they collect these inputs from internal or external stakeholder, then prioritizing material topics. Then they arrange all the topics according to priority. So which come more priorities topic, they solve that one first. So for the next slide, here I want to show some percentage of number that they collect in 2020 for the feedback from customers. So 70% of customer report that they are satisfied with the convenience and accessibility of their self-service terminal network. So 79% of customer is satisfied with their service. And then the next percentage is 80% of customer report they are satisfied with the convenience of their digital platform. And feedback from 87,411 customers, more than a tenfold increase compared to 2019. 70% of complaints resolved at the first resolution. So from this percentage, we can clearly say that Maybank company is give first priority to the customer. They try to follow up their feedback from customer or the ranking of industry in the external and internal stockholders. So we can say that they try to continue their sustainability with the feedback they get. And as much as they can, they try to solve their feedback or complaints from the customer. So here we can see the 5-year group financial summary for Maybank. If we take a look in this figure, we can see the 5-year financial statement of Maybank that clearly shows that how the sustainability increased for this company day by day. Although we know that during this pandemic, every company or every stock market is facing too much problem to continue or maintain their sustainability, but still this Maybank company tried to involve or respond in COVID-19. They tried to reach as much as they can to the customer, or they support their customers, their small investor or stockholders as much as they can. They care for them. So their service is their main focus is to humanizing the service. So financial service, as we can see that 2019 and 2020 have a little bit gap of their cash flow. So but it's still good that during this pandemic they able to manage their sustainability. And for the last, also the same figures as the before I show this one. This one also show that the total or the annual statement of their financial financial cash flow. We focus, it's the graphic thing, so I'm not going to describe all the graph one by one. So I just want to conclude my presentation to saying that we can see from this all presentation that every company or any company, they want to maintain their sustainability, they must focus on their customer service and also for the feedback. So if you get the feedback properly, that how the customer is getting your services, you can be more focused on your service that you are giving. So you can correct or modify your services so that you can get the more and more engagement of customers and stakeholders. This one will increase your sustainability. So that's all from my side for now. So I want to say that thank you so much for my all group members, and I hope I am much clear as I can. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Johora, and thank you guys, and thank you, Doctor, for watching our presentation. That's all for our group. We're from group 3.
Thank you guys for
Thank you.
presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we can